It's Friday, and we've some great stories to end your week here on Ag AM in Kansas. Here's what's coming up.
Today, Brian Holman is back at the 2013 NCBA convention talking with a rep from Dow AgroSciences about growing and maintaining pastures. Learn the importance of early and aggressive treatment of weeds to accomplish this. Then he visits with a representative from Parnell, a worldwide pharmaceutical company that has developed a new FDA-approved product for estrus synchronization that improves reproductive performance in dairy and beef cattle.
Closed captioning brought to you by Kansas Soybean Commission, the Soybean Checkoff Progress, powered by Kansas farmers.
This segment is brought to you by the Kansas Association of Wheat Growers and the Kansas Wheat Commission. Together, we are Kansas Wheat.
Good morning and welcome back to the show. We're at the 2013 NCBA conference here in beautiful Tampa, Florida, which is really kind of nice to get away.
Very nice.
You know, genuine. Dave, thanks for joining us.
You bet.
Dave's with Dow AgroScience. Did I get that right? Mm-hmm. Let's talk about forage. God, what a brutal year we had this year in Kansas. Dry, hot, still not much moisture coming into the fall. We may not get much moisture in the spring. How does that impact our forage moving forward?
Well, I tell you what, it makes it more valuable than it ever has been in the past. A lot of economists predict that, or estimate that it costs about 50 cents a pound to put a pound of gain on a steer that's grazing, as opposed to $1.20 or more for one in a feedlot. So really, one of your best ways to put gain on cattle is, and most economical, is to get out there on the range and graze that grass. Well, we had probably the worst drought that we've had since history. Right now, CattleFax is estimating, or the USDA is estimating, that the on-farm stocks of hay are the shortest they've ever been since 1955. So you have drought that really, depleted our capabilities to grow grass out there on the range. You've got short hay supplies, which that means the value of forages is tremendous. Now, coming out of a drought, your grasses are in tough shape. They took a beating just like you did.
Exactly right. Yeah.
And so they're going to be really stressed. And they'll kind of reduce in size. The native bunch grasses will shrink, and they'll come out with very low vigor this year. A lot of times, if you don't get out there and scout for weeds, and if you have a weed problem that comes back in very aggressively, it'll really crowd out that grass and make it very, very difficult for that grouse to be productive. So what we encourage folks to do is be very aggressive in your scouting, be very aggressive in your treatment and your management of those grasses coming back in, and try to get them a leg up. That's really critical to get them off to a good, fresh start this spring.
When we talk about a drought, and we're in a second year or third year of a drought, I mean, how long will it take for us to really get that vigorous growth back?
Usually it will take 2 to 3 years for those grasses to recover.
So it could be
fully.
3 years drought, 3 years recovery.
Absolutely.
6 years.
Absolutely. So a little bit of grazing deferment never hurts, and a lot of folks have, destocked a little bit anyway just to deal with the drought. So don't be too rambunctious about your restocking.
Right. Just because it's green doesn't mean it needs to be eaten.
That's right. That's right. Spraying really helps controlling those weeds, allows those grasses a quicker recovery time, and we can actually be a catalyst out there to get your rangeland health up and improving quicker in that 2 to 3 year time.
What about burning? Because in Kansas we burn the Flint Hills.
Absolutely.
And we've got about 30 seconds left here. So if you can touch on that real quick. If not, we can come back in the second segment and kind of touch on that.
Yeah, burning is an excellent way to control a lot of different species. If you've got cedar out there, most of those can be controlled by burning. It really helps get rid of your decadent growth and allows a nice even flush of those grasses. So if you have enough fuel to carry a fire after the drought, going ahead and burning is not going to be an issue with you, and then hopefully you're going to have some nice green fresh forage coming up early in the spring.
Perfect. Well, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about maybe some of the technology that goes into Dow AgroSciences that'll help you grow better grass.
Ag AM in Kansas is brought to you in part by the Kansas Soybean Commission, the Soybean Checkoff, Progress, powered by Kansas farmers.
Valley Vet Supply is devoted to providing information and professional quality products at reasonable prices.
ValleyVet.com, ValleyVet.com. Valley Vet Supply.
American innovation is being driven in places you might not expect by people like Brent Hayek, an Oklahoma family farmer, who recently set a world land speed record in a Ford Super Duty pickup truck powered by renewable B20 biodiesel. Advanced performance is here, now, putting America on the fast track to more jobs and energy independence. Biodiesel, America's advanced biofuel.
Purple Wave is a proud supporter of the Kansas FFA through the Bid for Blue program. Purple Wave donates a portion of the proceeds earned on certain ag assets to the Kansas FFA. Winning bidders can designate a Kansas chapter to receive the donation. To date, Purple Wave is proud to have donated over $10,000. Visit purplewave.com to learn more and to place bids on Bid for Blue assets. Purple Wave Auction. Straight, simple, sold.
Soil is the life of a farm, and for 25 years, SureCrop Liquid Crop Nutrition has helped growers produce abundant quality crops while preserving and improving the soils they steward. SureCrop offers complete soil and plant analysis with cropping recommendations, delivery direct to your on-farm storage, and quality crop nutrition custom blended for your field. Choose SureCrop for the assurance of excellence for your soil. Call today or visit their website for more information. This segment brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission, the Soybean Checkoff, Progress, powered by Kansas farmers.
Thanks for staying with us. We're at the 2013 NCBA conference in lovely Tampa Bay, joined by Dave, Dow AgroSciences. Thanks for staying with us, Dave.
You bet.
Dow, what are some of the sciences that go into helping us maintain our pastures?
Well, we've got some really great chemistries out there. There's some very specific weed problems that you have in Kansas that we do a wonderful job of helping to control. Sericea lespedeza is one of the ones that's a real problem for a lot of ranchers, especially in that Flint Hills and that eastern region. And one of our new products called PastureGuard HL is probably the best herbicide option that we've got out there. For Sericea lespedeza. It does a fantastic job of controlling it, usually in one pass, and then with good proper management, of course you can keep Sericea at bay for quite a while. Coming out of that drought, we are going to have a ton of musk thistle out there.
Right.
And it seems like, while a lot of folks like that pretty purple color, it really doesn't do anything for the cattlemen.
Right.
It's, it can really rob a lot of rangeland productivity. One of our newest products, which is Forefront herbicide or Chaparral herbicide, does a wonderful job on musk thistle. It gives you great residual control, so you can go out there and spray early in the spring when you need to really control those thistles, and then it will control the thistles and other weeds all season long. So one pass kind of option, and it'll get the job done for you, and then your grasses are really free to grow and get after it for the rest of the spring.
Well, I know coming into the spring there was such hope on having at least a wet fall, getting some snowpack and getting some deep moisture, and it's just going to be tough for the farmers who are out on rangelands now here in the state of Kansas to really maintain the cow herds that they have.
You bet, absolutely. And that's why we always encourage folks to get out early and start checking. And one of the things, again, like we mentioned in the first segment, that you can do to give yourself a leg up is get on those weeds early. Musk thistle is particularly invasive. They're going to be able to germinate in those open spaces left by your declining grass and really get after it, and they will absolutely rob you blind if you don't get out there.
What about managing topsoil?
Managing topsoil, a good thick carpet of grass is your absolute best option there, and again that goes to good grazing management. Prescribed burning is excellent, avoiding spot grazing where you can, and then also just weed control management. If you take a look at making sure that any rain you've got actually infiltrates into the ground, instead of running off into the nearest creek and taking a little topsoil with it. Good grass cover is absolutely essential for getting that done.
Website someone can go to and get more information about the products we talked about?
Yes, it's rangeandpasture.com.
Or
just spell it all out.
Okay, yeah. Or find a local co-op, go into a local co-op. And
absolutely. All of the retailers there in the state have usually have our products right there on the shelf, and you can get a lot of helpful information from them, as well as your county weed directors.
Perfect.
You bet.
Thanks, good, nice to meet you.
You bet. Nice meeting you as well.
Ag AM in Kansas is brought to you in part by SureCrop, liquid crop nutrition delivered right to your farm.
The Kansas State University College of Veterinary Medicine is a leader in food animal research and education. Our researchers are constantly expanding the knowledge of animal health and food safety. Through the Veterinary Health Center and the Kansas State Veterinary Diagnostic Lab, we provide practical services for animal producers. Home of the Beef Cattle Institute, the college is committed to animal welfare training and research. The Kansas State University College of Veterinary Medicine, knowledge and service for the future of animal production.
This is the fast track to more jobs and America's energy independence. Advanced performance is here, now. Biodiesel, America's advanced biofuel.
I'm Dennis Tebow. My wife and I, Kathy, are the owners of Wolf Creek Cattle Company. We have grown to approximately 70 bulls.
I'm Reese Arnold. I'm the livestock manager at Wolf Creek Cattle Company. You know, these are not just like normal cattle. These cattle, they're hauled anywhere from, 8 to 10 hours a day across the United States and asked to perform. The Multimin 90 keeps them kind of level. It maintains and balances their system. The stress level is less when everything's right and working right, then they're working right.
Soil is the life of a farm, and for 25 years, SureCrop Liquid Crop Nutrition has helped growers produce abundant quality crops while preserving and improving the soils they steward. SureCrop offers complete soil and plant analysis with cropping recommendations, delivery direct to your on-farm storage, and quality crop nutrition custom blended for your field. Choose SureCrop for the assurance of excellence for your soil. Call today or visit their website for more information.
We've been using the Multimin on our donor cows, and after we started using it on them, we've seen a definite increase in grade number 1 embryos. I like the results that I get using Multimin with the AI conception rate.
Their minerals not up to snuff, you're going to have problems, and I definitely think Multimin is good for, general healthiness of the cattle.
We think Multimin more than pays for itself.
Roy Fry Western Lifestyles brings the cowboy or cowgirl out in all of us. With a huge selection of must-have items, it doesn't matter if you're shopping for your horse, picking up some Western accessories to add that rustic charm to your home, or simply treating yourself. The knowledge and expertise to dress you your Western best is right here at Roy Fry Western Lifestyles, Highway 24 and Kansas Avenue in Topeka.
This segment is brought to you by Santa Fe Trail Meats in Overbrook. Stop by or visit us at sftmeats.com.
Good morning and welcome back to Tampa, Florida. We're at the 2013 NCBA conference. We're joined by Robert Joseph. Thanks for joining us. Parnell.
That's correct.
And first of all, I have to say welcome to Kansas. First of all, new company comes to Kansas City, Kansas from Australia. So welcome to Kansas, and thank you for bringing your business to Kansas.
Oh, it's our pleasure. We're very excited to be in Kansas City, Kansas. It's a great town to be.
Why Kansas?
Kansas City, the greater Kansas City area, as many people probably know, has got a very strong heritage in the animal health industry. And in fact, over a third of pharmaceuticals originate from that Kansas City area in the animal health industry. We've been an Australian company for over 50 years. We've operated in 15 countries. So we're fairly new to the US, not so new to the industry, but have come to Kansas City to really take advantage of that animal health corridor and to launch our new products in the USA.
It gives you a great opportunity to not only work with Kansas State University, but also the University of Missouri, who have great agricultural colleges. Is that another reason that you look at some of the technical side of things?
Yeah, absolutely, and in fact we're doing some work with the University of Missouri. We've got some great expectations for working with the universities on the Kansas side as well. There are certainly some good veterinary schools in both states.
Well, let's kind of jump into things full feed here. A couple of new products you guys are bringing to market. Let's talk about this.
Sure, yeah. So today Parnell's very excited to be launching the first approved products by the FDA for estrus synchronization, reproductive synchrony programs for use in lactating dairy cows and in beef cows. And those products are used to improve the reproductive performance in dairy herds and in beef herds.
What kind of technology are we talking about? I mean, I'm sure it's taken a while to get these products to market, not only going through USDA, but research and development that's gone into those. What kind of time and effort has Parnell put into these products?
I guess as with the industry, it does take a long time and a significant investment. But certainly we hope that producing these products or bringing these products to market, Estraplan and Gonabreed, that they can be used by dairy producers and beef producers to improve their reproductive performance. Parnell spent about 4 years working through the FDA, undertaking very rigorous clinical trials and going through the approvals process. We also built a brand new sterile manufacturing facility, and it's one of the first in the world in recent years to be approved for the production of sterile drugs. So certainly we're excited to have made those investments, and even more excited to now hopefully bring that value to the veterinarians and producers in the United States.
4 years, that's a long time. I mean, what in a 4-year time span, what happens in those 4 years, Robert?
I lose a lot of hair, and in addition to that, we undertake a lot of clinical trials. I think it's one of the hallmarks of the U.S. Industry is that the FDA is without doubt the most rigorous regulator in the world. The level and the quality of clinical trials is substantial. So we've worked with veterinarians and producers across the United States undertaking clinical trials. We also, as I say, built a facility in that time, a manufacturing facility, and went through the approvals process. So whilst it took us 4 years to get the approvals in the USA, Parnell's been marketing these products in many countries for over a decade. So in that 4 years, we've certainly continued to develop our clinical knowledge in other markets and aim to bring that to the United States.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, if that's all right. When we come back, let's talk about maybe genetics and the role that it plays in keeping a farm and ranch profitable.
Indeed.
All right, you're watching Ag AM in Kansas. We'll see you in just a minute.
Ag AM in Kansas is brought to you in part by Kansas Pork Association, assisting producers and informing consumers.
Dr. Dan here. Whether I'm driving up and down the roads covering the state of Kansas or I'm getting between Riley and Manhattan for my job, I'm driving a Ford truck. I'd like you to come out and visit my friends here at Dick Edwards Ford. They have a truck that'll suit your needs, whether you're looking for power with a Power Stroke diesel, or if you're looking for fuel efficiency with the new EcoBoost engine, they got a truck that's just right for you. They're located 2 miles east of the Town Center Mall in Manhattan, Kansas, and they'll bend over backwards to help you. And I'll see you down the road.
American innovation is being driven in places you might not expect by people like Brent Hayek, an Oklahoma family farmer, who recently set a world land speed record in a Ford Super Duty pickup truck powered by renewable B20 biodiesel. Advanced performance is here, now, putting America on the fast track to more jobs and energy independence. Biodiesel, America's advanced biofuel.
Tar Waters has what you need for all seasons for around the farm and home. Working, hunting, growing, feeding, snow removal, even fun for the kids. And a service department with experienced techs to help keep your equipment in top running condition. Tar Waters has a huge selection and the best prices. Tar Water Farm and Home, family owned and operated since 1978. They have what you need.
Soil is the life of a farm, and for 25 years, SureCrop Liquid Crop Nutrition has helped growers produce abundant quality crops while preserving and improving the soils they steward. SureCrop offers complete soil and plant analysis with cropping recommendations, delivery direct to your on-farm storage, and quality crop nutrition custom blended for your field. Choose SureCrop for the assurance of excellence for your soil. Call today or visit their website for more information.
Valley Vet Supply is devoted to providing information and professional quality products at reasonable prices.
Valley Vet Supply.
This segment is brought to you by Roy Fry Western Lifestyles, dressing Northeast Kansas their Western best for almost 60 years.
Thanks for staying with us, Robert. Thank you for staying with us.
My pleasure.
Kind of have him in a little box. I don't think you can go very far. So
That's okay.
So if I'm a producer and I'm looking at these products, why would I use these products?
So reproductive hormones have been used successfully in both the dairy production side and the beef production side. On the dairy side, dairy producers have a great imperative to have their cows become pregnant. Obviously, if a cow doesn't produce a calf, it doesn't produce milk.
Right.
And as a dairy farmer, producing milk's kind of important. So dairy producers utilise these reproductive hormone programs, these reproductive synchrony programs, to be able to get their cows pregnant faster, in a more efficient manner and a more predictable manner. And that leads to greater milk outcomes. In fact, it's arguable that reproductive performance is probably the greatest contributor to milk production. Once a cow is pregnant and lactating, importantly, we can certainly improve the amount of milk output. But if that cow's not pregnant, it's not going to produce milk output.
Right.
And on the beef side, the faster you can get all of your cows pregnant and therefore calve and tighten up that calving spread, you're going to be taking more calves to market that are of equal size and equal health. So on the beef side, certainly the expectation has been increasing that utilising artificial insemination and reproductive synchrony programs can lead to much better outcomes. And overall, when you're using artificial insemination, you can improve the genetic worth of a herd as well by having more artificially bred cows. Then that leads to greater value in the progeny that you produce.
Well, and let's face it, I mean, genetics nowadays plays a huge role in profitability in most ranches and farms here in the state of Kansas. Again, what you're saying is this just is another tool in their toolbox to maintain that genetic line that they really want to maintain.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, genetics is about breeding smart. And breeding smart means that you can, as we say, improve the genetic worth and therefore the value of your herd. You can improve milk production outcomes and beef production outcomes. So certainly I think the use of genetics has become popular for good reason. I think it leads to better outcomes, and these hormones are an integral part of using artificial breeding programs, artificial insemination and natural breeding programs as well.
Is this new technology to the U.S. or is this just a new company bringing new technology to the U.S.?
So Parnell has brought an integrated solution. In regards to the products, it's been interesting that for many decades there has been no legally approved products available. There have been other reproductive hormones on the market for a long time, but we were surprised when we came to the US that nobody had gone to the FDA and sought that legal approval. And that meant that they were operating in a somewhat risky environment by not having that legal approval. So we strongly support the notion that having appropriately labelled products, appropriately studied products, and high quality manufacture that's all under the guidance and the oversight of the FDA leads to better outcomes. Parnell also has developed a MySync program, which is a digital tool on a tablet, and we provide that for free to dairy farmers initially and to veterinarians. And the objective of that is there's education modules on there that can be used with farm workers. There's Spanish language modules so that the average farm worker can improve their knowledge and improve their work. And it also collates data that's already on the farms and gives it back to those farmers and veterinarians in a much simpler format for them to understand, so that they can drive to make better decisions on the fly, and that they can make those improvement programs and lead to better reproduction outcomes. So we're very excited to not just bring new products to the market, but improve the way they're used as well.
Perfect. Robert, thank you for your time. It's very nice to meet you. Welcome to Kansas again.
Thank you.
Closed captioning brought to you by Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff Progress, powered by Kansas farmers.
We hope you've enjoyed today's program. We're here every morning, Monday through Friday. If you missed part of today's broadcast, you can see it on agaminkansas.com. Eric Atkinson here from K-State Research and Extension.